What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and you check out the content. And today I want to talk about uh, James Harden recruiting LeBron James, right? And then that's what everybody, a lot of the talk that's going on saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers probably have this guy, James Harden, out there recruiting along with Donovan Mitchell. I don't really, in my opinion, I don't think it's James Harden recruiting LeBron James. I think that's a narrative that they put out there because they want it to seem like, LeBron is in demand. And this, in my opinion, has all been orchestrated, right? And they just have James Harden playing along. They got Donovan Mitchell playing along because remember, a few days ago, Rich Paul said he sat down with Darius Garland, and he told Darius Garland that this would probably be his last year in Cleveland. So why would Rich Paul tell Darius Garland that, this would be his last year in Cleveland? Because they were trying to make room for LeBron James in Cleveland. So they don't need Darius Garland, a point guard in Cleveland with LeBron James and James Harden, right? So this is already, in my opinion, been orchestrated. And they're just trying to put this narrative out there just to make it look like LeBron James is really, he's in demand. People think, it's all the storyline that it's all the storyline that they want to promote, right? And so I was listening to Dreamers Pro. Shout out to Dreamers Pro podcast, and I was listening to them, and he also said, was talking about this topic too. So what I want to do is I want to play the audio from Dreamers Pro, and then I'm gonna come back and give some more of my input on what I think is going on here with this LeBron James being recruited by Anthony Harden situation.
Recruiting Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have already begun recruiting LeBron James back to Cleveland next season. Look at it here because we also got some sound for y'all. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have already begun recruiting James Harden back to Cleveland for for next season. Now, I want to play the sound for y'all because we actually have the video of this. Let me pull up the video 1 second. Let's see if I can pull up the video. Let me pull up the video. Okay, got it. Look at the video here.
If I'm Braun, I'm on it. Get back to the land anyway. If I'm Braun, I'm on it. By the way, let me say this. My sources told me that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden already are starting the push to go and recruit LeBron James this offseason.
Thank God you talked to Jalen Tyson.
I'm just telling you, my sources tell me soon as James Harden got on the phone or got around the team, the initial was, like, we about to make this run. We about to go all out, but we want LeBron James.
All right, that's like I said. And now that's Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins, the one who said he got sources. And I just think that he's all part of this narrative, right? And it's in my opinion, it's just all being scripted and orchestrated. The thing is, I hope they do get LeBron James. I think Cleveland would be a good look for LeBron James as far as him to to do his retirement tour. At first, I didn't think that, like the Cleveland Cavaliers, like ownership would go for it. But when you think about it from a financial standpoint, it's not a bad idea. They'll make a lot of money off of doing a retirement tour for LeBron James. And you really can't do a retirement tour for LeBron James in Los Angeles because the fan base in LA, they don't see LeBron James as a Laker, right? And so LeBron James, the best situation for LeBron James is for him to be in Cleveland. he can't go to Miami because like they don't really see him as one of theirs either, right? So the best place for him is Cleveland to do the retirement tour, and this is all being orchestrated by the NBA and LeBron James and his camp, right? This guy is not recruiting LeBron James. James Harden is not recruiting him. Donovan Mitchell is not recruiting him. They're going to run out. They're going to move. What's the guy named Darius Garland away from there? And the guy who came out, what was his name? She just mentioned him. Jalen Tyson, the guy who said that this is Donovan Mitchell. You remember he interrupted an interview and said that this is Donovan Mitchell's town. When they asked him about LeBron James. And I made a video about that a couple days ago where I said that their guy Tyson, Jalen Tyson, will not be in Cleveland next year because LeBron James is coming. And so one of the people that they're going to get run out of town now because, LeBron James probably don't appreciate what he said. So he's got a target on his back. I don't think he will be in Cleveland next year. But this is all being orchestrated by LeBron James and the NBA. What's the guy? James Harden had other opportunities before he even went to the Clippers. He had other opportunities to play with LeBron James and didn't want to play with LeBron James. So this time, why would you wait until the end of your career when you don't have that much gas in the tank? Now all of a sudden you're going to go out and recruit LeBron James. I just think that the people who write these scripts in the NBA just must think that the fans are stupid. James Harden could have been throughout the years. He had opportunities to play with LeBron James. Never wanted to play with LeBron James. He didn't even want to play with. It was hard for him to play with Kevin Garnett. I mean, no, not Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant. Right. Remember, he left Kevin Durant. So, this guy right here, man. It's all being orchestrated. Let me get back to some more of what Perk is talking about.
Getting back to the land.
Listen to this.
If I'm Braun, I'm on it. By the way, let me say this. My sources told me that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden already are starting the push to go and recruit LeBron James this offseason.
Thank God you talked to Jalen Tyson.
I'm just telling you, my sources tell me soon as James Harden got on the phone or got around the team, the initial was, hey, we about to make this run. We about to go all out, but we want LeBron James. Get back to the lake.
Now, how you gonna go all out with James Harden, who don't have a successful playoff record? He's not really in the playoffs. That's when he have his worst games, his worst performances. Same thing with LeBron James. He how many he got? He do have 4 championships, but lately in the playoffs, LeBron James haven't been having a whole lot of success either. I forgot what his record was, but it's not good at all. So you're gonna put two guys together who lately have not been having a whole bunch of playoff success and talk about going on a run. It's not gonna work. All the weight is gonna fall on Donovan Mitchell. And if they get Giannis, that might, that'll probably help them out some more. But it's still, it's like you have Giannis and Donovan Mitchell. Those two guys, those old guys, are going to be really ineffective. But let me see what what Dreamers Pro is talking about. What he going to add to this?
So y'all heard it. Kendrick Perkins, who played in Cleveland. I think Kendrick Perkins is from Texas, but he known LeBron since he was a kid.
He is from Texas.
Kendrick Perkins is saying, according to his sources in Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have already started the process of recruiting LeBron James to the Cavs. Let's talk about this. There's a lot of things to address about this. First of all, let's look at it from a basketball standpoint. I think that if LeBron James wants to make one final push in his career to make it to an NBA Finals, he needs to jump on a plane this summer with his family and go back to Cleveland. Because as things stand right now in the Western Conference, it will be impossible for LeBron to get to the finals as the Lakers are right now this season, or if he stayed another year. They're not going to the finals. The Western Conference is too stout. You got OKC. You got Houston. You got Denver.
Spurs.
You got Minnesota. Then you can now throw the Lakers in the mix of all of those teams.
Look, it don't matter. I don't think it matters if this team played in the East or the West with LeBron James, Donovan Mitchell. Even in the East, it's going to be tough for them to come out of the East. Like I said, I named three teams already right now that are better than them. You got you have the Pistons, you have the Knicks, you have the Celtics. So I just don't think they're going to be able to even come out of the East. So to me, it don't matter whether they play in the East or the West. I just don't think this is a strong team. You putting two guys with Donovan Mitchell who don't really lately have not had a whole bunch of playoff success. These guys right now not better than Darius, Garland. So yeah, man, but it's a script. They writing a script. Perkins talking about his sources is telling him, the script writers have told him what's going on over there in Cleveland. Anytime I see James Harden wanting to team up with LeBron James, I just know it's a script, man. And they just, it's all being orchestrated. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.